Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the State of the Eight podcast. Today we're going back through the 2024 Atlanta Falcons schedule and talking about what our expectations are, what should happen, what can go wrong. Let's just sit down and let's talk sports for a second, right? Um, let's go over the schedule. I think the schedule is very interesting in the fact that you don't know how this season goes. You don't know it all. Damn. It all depends on how Kirk Cousins looks. And I think that if Kirk Cousins looks decent, this is what will happen. You started off week one, former head coach Arthur Smith comes to the Benz, takes on the Falcons with the Steelers' new look roster. I think that's an easy win. No shade to Mike Tomlin or Arthur Smith or CP, but I think the Falcons are just miles ahead of where the Steelers are right now. And that is going to hurt Pittsburgh, and that'll give us the win that week. The next week, long week, you go to Philadelphia, take on the Eagles in Lincoln Financial Field on Monday Night Football. It is really, really hard to go on the road into Philadelphia and escape alive. I have a loss there for the Atlanta Falcons. And I have a loss the next week, too, against the Kansas City Chiefs. Even though now I'm sitting down and thinking about it. I had made this prediction a few weeks ago. And now I'm sitting down thinking about it. This could go either way. That Chiefs game could go either way depending on how the Chiefs look with their receiving core and all that. But I do have a loss right now, so I'm going to keep it as a loss. Then you have a string of 5 straight wins. You have the Saints at home, that's a win. The Bucks at home, that's a win. The Panthers on the road. Hopefully, the ghost of Desmond Ridder doesn't come back to haunt us. That's a win on the road. You have versus Seattle, that's a win. You have at Tampa Bay, that's another win. You sweep Tampa Bay, you come back home, you play Dallas, that's a loss. That's just that Dallas is just really good in the regular season. I think it's gonna be really hard to beat them in the regular season, no matter where you play. They're gonna put up a fight. Next you have at New Orleans. I feel like we always split against the Saints, and that'll stay true here. We will not beat the Saints on the road in New Orleans. Week 11 at Denver. That's another loss. I don't think Denver is necessarily a bad team. I don't think they're good either, but I think they'll just be good enough. And with the high altitude, with the fans there, that'll be a loss for the Atlanta Falcons going into their bye week. So they go into the bye week at 6-5. How do I have them going? You have 6 games after the bye week that, in my opinion, and that's what I put it on here, they're all wins. You have versus Los Angeles, the Chargers. You have at Minnesota, at Vegas on Monday Night Football. You have versus the Giants, at the Commanders, and versus the Panthers. Those are all wins in my book. I don't see a world where the Falcons lose more than 2 of those games. Those are 6 very, very easy games to round out the end of the year and to get us into the playoffs. So my final record prediction, I'm standing by this. This is what I will stand by the entire season. We are going 12-5. Mark my words. First in the NFC South, we will host a wild card playoff game and we will win that game. We'll probably lose in the division round, but I will take a playoff visit and a playoff win over anything right now. This team is as good as it's looked in years, and I am excited to be a Falcons fan in 2024. That's all I got for you today. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time with another episode. Peace.